Well, you join us for the next sort of video of on Trail and Tarmac. Max and I, it's a Sunday afternoon, and we're just getting out for a couple of hours riding some of the local lanes. No surprises, we started off at Chiseldon garage today, and I bumped into an old friend there, Tully. So Tully, if you're watching, it was great to catch up with you, and hopefully we'll get out for a ride with you again soon. So today we're just going to be making our way around on some local lanes. So we've been down this one quite a few times before now. We tend to use it as our main feeder route into the wider network. But today's plan is very loosely heading down up towards Barrows, and then from Barrows we're going to make our way over to sort of Ogbourne St George area, do a few lanes around there, and then make our way over to Lambourn before routing back to Chiseldon garage. And as always, the route which you'll see on the screen now, that route will be available as a GPX file.
Looking like it's going to be a nice day today. The conditions are nice, not wet, and yeah, so we'll keep you posted.
Yeah, it makes a change, doesn't it, Max, to be out a bit. Oh, said that. That's the Wiltshire Man puddle. Sandy, if you're watching, I think that was the one that caught you last time.
So we're just coming down our second byway now, which you've probably seen numerous times before. So this is a 4 mile clump, which takes us down towards Marlborough. Yeah,
it's a nice byway this one, Max, isn't it? Because it sort of links up Barrows to a much wider network of lanes, and it's not very busy at all, really. It's seldom used.
Yeah.
I think it's probably a little bit too far away from the car park for most people who have sort of parked up and just going for a gentle stroll.
Everything just seems like a little bit more greener now, doesn't it?
It does. Yeah, sort of a bit more overgrown, which is really nice. You've got some of the bushes and that coming out onto the trail.
Yeah, spring is definitely on its way.
So we're coming up to about the halfway point on 4 mile clump, and I'll just point the camera down at my map here, and we're going to be taking a left turn in a few moments over towards Ogbourne St George. And normally this particular spot is quite deep in mud and water, but do you know what, looking ahead, it doesn't look too bad today.
No, it doesn't look too bad at all.
I was going to say, I don't actually fancy cleaning the bike today.
No, yeah, likewise.
Slight technical problem. My mirror's just come loose. I have to stop. Yeah, I have to stop in a minute, Max. Well, let's stop on the corner there, and I'll just tighten it up.
Cool. So whilst Dad's sorting that slight, wouldn't say technical problem, but just got to appreciate how lucky we are to live in an area like this with all these byways and unclassified roads around us. Just goes on for miles and miles.
Yeah, as Max was just saying, absolutely stunning area. Just looking around here. So mirror repaired. Luckily got all the bits in the toolkit today, so right size spanner. We've also got a first aid kit in there, and of course tyre weld as well, which I checked before we came out. This is a lovely lane coming down here.
It is lovely, isn't it? Don't normally do this one very often, do we? But it's
no.
Yeah, it's a nice
I think
one.
we've only done it once before. I think drops us down into, I think it's Ogbourne St George.
Yeah, you go through a bit of a woodland area, don't you?
Yeah. So this is a lovely village of Ogbourne St Andrew. I think I called it Ogbourne St George here, but look at that there. Beautiful place. Really is. I think that's another big benefit of trail riding, is that, you know, you get off the beaten track and you see some stunning places. So we're now just climbing out of Ogbourne St Andrew. I'm not sure I've actually ridden this trail before, this byway. It's a hell of a climb.
Yeah, a bit of a hill climb.
A few signs, byways, byways. Byway straight up.
Oh, that's a good hill climb.
Yeah, it's really good one, isn't it? A bit of momentum up here.
Lovely. A nice one there.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Whoa! That was close.
That was close.
Bit gnarly.
Good fun though. I thought you were going over the handlebars then.
Oh no, I wasn't worried about that. I thought I was going off to the side. I caught it a bit off centre. So doing another gear would help us better. Could have tested the airbag for the first time.
Yeah. I'm not sure if we mentioned in previous videos, but we've both invested in the Alpine Stars Tech 5 plasma airbags. So we're yet to test them, and hopefully we never have to. But yeah, we're both wearing those now.
And they've got both trail settings on them, or off-road I should say, and road settings. So we've got the off-road settings today, so hopefully the algorithm is a bit more tuned to the impact that you get off-road without it actually going off.
Yeah.
Although back there I think I probably tested it to its limit.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, gets a heart pump in that one. That was a great one, and that's one we've never done before.
Good. And yeah, smooths out a bit now, which is nice. So this is the area known as Poulton Downs, and it crosses the Ridgeway, which of course at the moment is still subject to a closure notice, of course, this time of year. But we don't actually ride on it, we just cross it.
Yeah, and this isn't actually on the Ridgeway, this byway. As my dad said, the Ridgeway's just over there, so we're perfectly legal to be on this lane here.
Wow, look at this for a lane.
Wow, look at that. I think this is one of my new favourites.
Yeah. It's actually really good because you had that quite gnarly climb at places. It's quite steep, although, you know, we realise it never really comes out on camera, the steepness. And then it got to quite a rocky section with the tree roots going across the trail. Yeah. Which is the point they catapulted myself over the handlebars.
Yeah, a bit. Would have been interesting to see how you fared in the wet going up there, the speed we did.
Yeah. But it's certainly a good way to work up appetite for Sunday dinner.
Yeah, that's for sure. God, I never knew this byway was here.
No. I think that's the thing, isn't it? You know, living in this area, so much to explore.
Yeah.
And, you know, no doubt we've driven past this one, or ridden past this one, I should say, a few times, but it still amazes me, you know, how quickly you come across stuff that you haven't ridden before.
Yeah.
Right, we've definitely been on this one before.
Yeah.
This is the road. We turn right there, that takes you down to Minehorn, Southwark Forest. Oh, this is great, isn't it?
Yeah, it's great down here.
Coming out exploring these new lanes. So we're joining up these network of absolutely gorgeous lanes. We're making our way sort of towards towards Holborn, but today we're going to route then towards Lambourn, picking up a few byways that we've ridden before, and as you've just seen, some ones are actually new to us. So we're heading over now towards Rambury. In fact, I think that's Rambury on the right. It is indeed. And we pick up this byway to Ewins Hill and Oldbourne. What about pop? Oh, look at this! Yeah, look, Monte Carlo. That's quite cool. That's brilliant. Well, Oldbourne's probably it's about a mile in front of us, and we're going to drop down towards the village itself, but before we get there we're going to take a sharp right, which is off of this byway onto another byway, which then takes us back towards Ramsbury, sorry.
And you can see the village just down there at the bottom of the hill, so you can see the church down there and a couple of the housing areas.
Quite a nice view actually, Max, isn't it, on this one? So yeah, so you're looking on the right down here, so it's a sharp right, it's another byway. I think it's at the bottom of here somewhere.
Yeah, we've had a good variety of byways and lanes today. We've had some uphill technical areas, we've had a bit of single track, a bit of ruts, a bit of open areas. It's been real range today, which has been nice.
Yeah, it has, isn't it? It's been a real mix of everything, which is good.
So there's a tree down.
It makes you realise how much of the countryside is covered in bluebells, because most people don't see this, because you don't come out this way because you can't park a car. So we've worked our way across from Oldbourne, and we're now in Woodland St Mary, and we're going to start to make our way over to Lambourn. And again, we're going to try a few trails that we haven't done before. There's a couple of trails down here that actually run parallel to each other. When we've been out previously, we've tended to stick, well, we have always stuck to the one that we've ridden previously down here. But as you can see from a map, the thick blue line, we're going to bear off to the right here and do a few lanes that we haven't done before. So let's see what this is like. So according to the OS map in front of me, there should be a fork up here with one byway going to the left and the other going to the right. Let's see what we find. But here's the fork, and yep, two byways, one to the left, and we're going to go right today just for a change. Let's see what's down this one. So those of you who have been watching our videos for a while now, we'd just like to say a big thank you to everyone who watches them, and to the people who subscribe as well. It's greatly appreciated. But you may have seen that Max and I have been talking about a European tour, and we've got a route planned that sort of takes us in a sort of big oval across Europe, getting down to Austria. And on Tuesday this coming week, a local person that we've got to know called Budge, or Budgie, he's offered Max and I a day's advanced motorcycle training. So Budge is an ex-police motorcyclist, and we'll be doing a video of the day and posting it up, so I'm sure he'll tell us more about his experience. But we'd like to say thank you to Budge for the offer. I've never had any formal motorcycle training, so I'm really looking forward to it, because I have no doubt that I've got some bad habits and things I should be doing that I don't, and things that I do which I shouldn't be doing. Whereas Max, of course, he's come up through the motorcycling ranks fairly recently, so he had to do his compulsory training and the training required to get his full motorcycle licence. Oh, what a great trail this is. Do you know what? These Bluebells are look at that. I'm going to stop and just scan this camera around. So hopefully this is coming out. But the intensity of the Bluebells in these woods is incredible. And there's no one here. It's just absolutely beautiful being out like this. So we've just picked up another byway, which we have done before, but this one feeds into a different network, and this takes us into the beautiful village of Eastbury, which lies just outside of Lambourn. So we just come out of Eastbury, and this is the route we've come down, if you can see it on the map here. So this is Eastbury. We've now made our way, and we just crossed over the River Lambourn, which is a beautiful chalk stream running there. And we're going to head up here, and then we basically take a right, and it's you won't be able to see that very easily because it's upside down, but it's called White Chute Lane, which takes us back into Lambourn, and hopefully Max is going to let me stop for a cup of tea when we get there. But we'll see, eh? Some spectacular countryside up here. Well, I have to say, we basically we pulled most of this route together in the space of 10 minutes this morning at home. And as we've already said, there's a mix of trails here that we've done before and trails that we haven't, and there's trails that run parallel to trails that we've done. But I have to say, it's probably one of the most enjoyable trail rides that we've done.
Yeah, it's been great. It's been a real sense of adventure today, and that sounds stupid because all of our rides are, but I think because we're doing some trails we haven't seen or done before, it's, refreshed that kind of that feeling. So
exactly.
Yeah, it's been a great ride.
Yeah.
Pick a rut, any rut.
Hey. Oh, then he went then. That was a classic nowhere to put your feet. Ground had disappeared. Whoa, crikey, I'm not riding very well at all here. Yeah. What's going on? Come on, Darren, get yourself together. Don't know what I'm doing. I'm just like... I'll tell you, we've done this where we've been up to our knees in mud here, Max.
Yeah, I think sometimes it's easier when it's really muddy because your bike just kind of sinks into the rut and you can just kind of go with it, whereas now it's a bit harder. You're actually on top of the rut opposed to in it, if that makes sense.
And that village area in front of us is Lambourn, in the valley of the racehorse. Wow, this is nice. So this is the back end of Lambourn. Beautiful river and the houses around. Lambourn's actually got quite a large network of byways running all around it actually. Great for trail riding, fantastic trail riding area. Probably best avoided though in the early mornings because most of the racehorses are out that time of day. But late afternoon, it's a late Sunday today, it's getting on for 4 o'clock or 25 past 3, sorry. As you can see, it's pretty quiet out on these lanes. Absolutely lovely countryside here. The views are absolutely amazing. Well, we've got a few more trails left today before we head back to Chiseldon Garage, and the one we're about to take here on the right is called Barrows, and it's just outside of Lambourn, and it's so named because in the field over on our left hand side, in fact I'll stop just here so you can see, is a series, here we go, it's a series of 7 burial chambers around the field. But we're going to climb up through here, make our way up towards the more, well, it's where the ridgeway is actually from the road. And then we'll be heading back to Chiseldon Garage. I think I'm going to go across to the right, which is a bit easier. There we go. Yeah.
Wow, that brings us to the end of, I've got to say, probably one of the best rides we've done. We both just saying off camera then, it's been a really enjoyable trail ride, and it just goes to show you don't need to be out all day in order to have fun. Just a couple of trails and just link them all up. So we're on our way back to Chiseldon Garage now, where we started our ride. So we just want to say a big thank you to everyone who's liked and subscribed and commented on our videos. It really means a lot. And we'll catch you in the next video. Thanks for watching.